Hi, thanks for tuning in again and showing up on your mat. In today's yoga practice, we're going to have a little bit of fun. So often in yoga classes, we can get really caught up in having perfect alignment or the pose being just right, and we forget that movement can be exploratory, celebratory, and joyful. So my hope for you is that you get some joy out of today's practice. To begin, come to lie all the way down on your back. And stretch your arms by your side. If you want to bend your knees because your back is tender, you can do that. Or long legs, palms up. And just close your eyes for a few moments. And take some calming and cooling breaths. One breath practice that's quite cooling is called sitali breathing. And what it means is you breathe in through your nose. And when you exhale, you form a little circle with your mouth like you're sucking through a straw and you push the air out. Almost like you're doing a really bad job of whistling. And if you're one of those people that genetically can curl your tongue, you can add that to your pursed lips exhalation. Then allowing the lips to softly close. And breathing spaciously, so when you inhale, you can feel that great big expansion happening through your rib cage, your belly, and your chest. And when you exhale those places, there's a falling or a contracting that happens. Breathing in, expanding the bellows of your lungs. And breathing out, letting all the breath exit. And if you're a regular practitioner of the victorious breath, you can start to texturize your breath and give it sound. Allow for a soft opening of the eyes. Receive a little light into them. And then bring your knees in towards you. Once they're into you, crisscross your arms. So hold your left knee in your right hand and your right knee in your left hand. And then link this movement to breath. Inhale, reach your right arm and your left leg. And as you exhale, come across and grab that knee. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, bring it across. And see if you can do this without dropping your arm or your leg all the way to the floor. So you do a hovering as you reach and then pull in. One more time, right arm, left leg. Exhale, bring it across. And last round, left arm, right leg. Then uncross your hold of your knees and then circle the legs, hips in their sockets. Kind of like you're doing the breaststroke in the pool. Reversing that, go the opposite direction. And gather the legs into each other. pull them in close to you, low back pressing into the floor, maybe a little side to side. And then find the center, crisscross your ankles so there's one over the other. Reach into your knee pits. Peel your head, neck, shoulder blades up off the floor and do a little bit of rocking and rolling back and forth. And if for some reason you have something going on and this is not advisable for you, then you can roll to your right side because we're going to rock all the way up to seated. Once in seated position, come over the tops of your shins. Take a tabletop, wrists under the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. And that same movement we did laying down, do here. So when you inhale, it's right arm, left leg, reach away. Exhale, touch the hand to the floor and the knee to the floor. See if you can time it just so. Inhaling, reaching, like you're moving through honey or jello. Exhale, pull down, touch. Side to side. See if you can keep your hips steady as you do this so the pelvis doesn't sway too much. One way to do that is as you reach the leg to squeeze the hip in. Inhale, right arm, left leg, extend. Exhale, touch down, slow motion. Inhale, left arm, right leg, extend. As you exhale, touch down, slow motion. Then go right leg back, toes tucked under. Move forward and back a little bit on the ball mounds of your toes. Stretching through the Achilles, can you fall way back, reach your heel way back, draw your belly in, crown of your head reaching forward. Then release right knee under right hip, switch the legs, left leg back, toes tucked. Move forward and back, far back enough that you can feel a stretch along the calf, along the Achilles tendon. And then hang out with the heel way back. Take a few breaths. Release left knee underneath the left hip. Now hands walk forward, an entire hand pace. Spread fingers, press them down. Tuck toes, hips go up and back. First downward dog pose. While you're in there, shake your head a little bit. Yes and no, and yes again. Let it hang, let it be free. And then begin to sway your hips to the right and to the left, like you're blowing in the wind. And find the center, let the heels descend. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, walk halfway up. So just a few paces. Bend your knees, put your fingertips on the floor, or if you need to, put your blocks under your hands so you bring the floor up to you. And then lean way back so the weight goes butt behind the heels, and then lean way forward so the sitting bones line up with the heels and the heels can lift. So we're swinging, just not side to side. Now we're swinging forward and backwards. And go into that hang back position. Keep your hips way back. Walk your hands and your arms and your upper body over to the right. Drop the head. Breathe here. Then through the center of the mat, go to the left. Keep your hips hanging way back. Head hangs. Right side body lengthens. And come all the way back to the center. When you get there, walk your feet up the rest of the way. Then bring hands to thighs, mid-thigh. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale and fold. Now go hands to mid-shin. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold again. Hands to mid-shin again, or come on to fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, slowly roll up, a bone at a time. Keep your knees bent, bend them a little bit more, hands on the thighs. Cow and cat in this little version of a chair. Inhale, chest forward, backside reaches back. Exhale, push forward through the thighs and knees and round. Inhale, arch one way, armpits back, chin and chest forward. Exhale, round. Do a few more. As you go to cow, you're pulling your chest away from your butt bones, which are reaching way the heck back. And then pubic bones scooping towards the chin when you round. And find neutral, so you're in that halfway mark between the standing cow and cat. Come all the way up to standing. Put your shoulders in the side plane, find mountain pose. Then join your hands together in prayer, close your eyes. And if you're comfortable chanting along at home, chant the sound of Om with me. If you'd like to just listen, you can just listen to it. Exhale fully. Take breath all the way in. Release the arms, allow your eyes to open. Sun salutation. We'll do the first one slow. Inhale, reach all the way up, lift the eyes. Exhale, hip hinge, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, lengthen, crown of head reaching forward. Exhale, step to plank. Pause when you get there and breathe. Navel in and up, tailbone down and under, heart forward, take a breath in. Exhale, knees, draw bridge to the floor. Press pelvis, tops of feet. Inhale, cobra, root into the hands. Exhale, chest forward and down. Come up again to cobra. This time, turn your chin to the right shoulder so you see back to the right. Exhale through the center and down. Now to the left. Inhale up, chin to left. Exhale, center and down. Tuck the toes, push your butt onto your heels. Pause there, keeping the toes curled under. Give the undersides of your feet a good stretch. Then start to reach the crown of your head forward towards your pointer fingers and push the hips up and back into down dog, keeping the length of the spine. Breathing here. Take a deep breath all the way in. And when you exhale, bend your knees, glance forward with your eyes, which is determining where you're going. Inhale, step, step, or lightly jump, feet to hands. Keep inhaling, lift halfway. And exhale, bow. Strong legs on the way up. Inhale, reach all the way to the top. Exhale and return to mountain. Again, inhale, float the arms, lift the eyes, curl back slightly. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank, then keep exhaling and go down. You can put the knees down first or take chaturanga. Point toes for cobra or up dog, thigh bones stay up. Tuck toes or roll over them, back to downward dog. Hang your head. Breathe spaciously. And take a breath all the way in to prepare for coming forward. As you exhale, crouch your hips low, glance forward. Inhale, step or lightly jump. Feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, fold. Strong legs, inhale, rise. And exhale, return to your mountain. Last one, breathe in, reach. Breathe out, bow. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, step back, lower down your way. Inhale, stretch the whole front of you. Exhale, push the ground, fold it up and back, downward facing. Breathing calm, steady breaths in and out through the nose. Perhaps the sound of ujjayi. And take breath all the way in. Exhaling, crouch low, look forward. Inhale, go there. Keep inhaling, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach to the top. And exhaling, release your arms. Then take a step back on your right leg, open wide through your legs. Turn your feet out to the sides. And slide your right hand down the outside of your right leg. Side bend over to the right. So think of making a crescent moon through the left-hand side of your body. Then turn your rib cage forward, bend your knees a little bit, hang through the middle, and go side to side. So it's like bending one knee and straightening the other leg. Then as you start to straighten the left leg, take the left hand outside of the left leg, come up, straighten both legs, side bend over to the left. There aren't really any rules, just make yourself limber up to the left-hand side of the room. And see if you can start to move with breath. So you inhale here, exhale, you fall forward. Right hand, right leg, inhale, open up. Exhale, bring it forward and down. Kind of swaying side to side or moving with the winds of your breath. You can even begin to add a little back bend, which is pushing your hips forward and leaning way back. And toes slightly turned out is helpful, rather than all 10 toes pointing the same direction. Couple more. All the way through the center, hang, bend the knees, travel a little bit side to side. Then hands under the shoulders, straighten the back, so go to the flat back position. Fix your feet so all 10 toes point forward, feet align with the short sides of your yoga mat, then hands to your hips, exhale. Push into the legs. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms horizontal and wide. Turn your right toes out. Back up your left leg, so make the stance bigger. Armpits directly over the hip joints. Bend your right knee, warrior two, eyes glancing beyond the right hand. And rather than being steady and serious, turn your palms up. Inhale, straighten front leg, reach arms. Exhale, go back in. And every time you straighten, firm that right thigh muscle. And every time you lunge, try to get your thigh bone parallel to the floor. And then set yourself down in there into warrior two. From here, move up and out. How long can you get this right-hand side of your body? And then into extended side angle, forearm to thigh or hand to floor, top arm reaching. And then touch floor with both hands. Turn the back heel so it lifts up, so you're in a lunge stance. Lower the left knee to the ground. And here's where you may want your blocks, but inhaling hips back, exhaling hips forward. So I have long arms and a short thigh bone, so I don't really need blocks, but you may need them under your hands. We're all working with a little something different. And as you next come forward and you're in that depth of crescent lunge, untuck your back toes, reach the arms and spine more vertical, taking full crescent. And touch the floor, blocks out of the way if you had them. Lift the back knee by tucking the toes, pivot to wide-legged stance, and go side to side a few times. So a little more fluid in today's practice. And coming to center, hands under shoulders, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale here. Arms in a horizontal reach. Left toes turn out. Right leg may need to move back to widen the stance. Warrior two. Go into a static hold, breathing. So think of getting longer from the bottom of your pubic bone right up through the very crown of your head. And from static into dynamic, palms up, inhale, straighten. Exhale, get in there. Flowing with the breath. Sinking down in, pause. Then reach up high diagonal with the left arm, left side body, like up and out, up and out, up and out, and into extended side angle. Elbow to thigh or hand to floor. Top arm overhead, long right side. Release right hand to ground. Turn the right heel so it's up. Lower the knee. Grab your blocks if you need to bring the floor up. And a little bit of inhaling back. Exhaling forward. And sinking forward, front knee projects way forward. Reach the arms up, low crescent. From here, touch floor both hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step all the way back to down dog. If you want to take a vinyasa, you're welcome to flow through one, or stay in down dog and breathe. And then from downward facing dog, right leg up, back behind you. Exhale, pull the knee towards your nose. Then look forward with your eyes. Step your right foot through between your hands. Keep your front thigh low. Turn your back foot in and down. Both hands to right thigh. Press up. Once the spine is more vertical, reach up, warrior one. Tailbone down, pubic bone up, spine up, side body long. Hands to prayer at the heart. Turn the back heel up as you lean forward so you get much more squared. Keep your front knee bent. Lay your belly against your thigh. See if you can keep the front knee bent at least 3/4 of the way. Lift the back leg up. So it's belly to thigh version of warrior three. Release the hands. Step all the way back. Downward facing dog, but with 3 legs, so the right leg goes up. When you exhale, can you step your right foot wide to the outside of your right hand? Back knee to the floor. Right arm reaches way back behind you. Stay here, drop the hips, or add the thigh stretch, bend the back knee, grab the pinky toe edge of your foot. Think of curling back, almost like cobra pose. So chest forward and up, chin forward and up, head back. Release the foot if you're holding. Hands to the ground. Downward dog step. Stay or flow through vinyasa in between sides. Then slow build warrior one, second side, left leg up. When you exhale, knee to nose, then you look, then you step. Keep your front thigh bone parallel, right foot in and down on the ankle. Both hands to left thigh. To give yourself rise, then add the arms. And then hands to prayer. Here we go, into the bent knee version of warrior three. As you lean forward, turn the back heel. Can you keep this front leg like 3/4 of the way bent as you take the right leg up and back? So it's like warrior three, but there's a nose dive happening. And touch ground. Bend the front knee to step back. Downward dog, but 3 legs, left leg high. When you exhale, left foot steps right outside of your left hand. It's turned out slightly, right knee to the ground. Weight into the right hand. So it's helpful to turn the hand out a little bit to get the shoulder blade on the back side of the rib cage, left arm behind you. You could stay there, that's a big quad opener. Or you can add a more formal thigh stretch, bend knee, grab foot. Releasing foot if you're holding, hands touch the floor. Downward facing dog. Then right leg lifts up and back behind you, right shin bone right underneath you. Come into pigeon pose. Scoot your back knee back, untuck your back toes. Walk forward, forearms to the ground, or if you'd like, go all the way forward, extend the arms, forehead to the ground. And then walk your hands and your arms back in towards you. Then walk your hands and your arms back in towards you. Take the back leg all the way around so the sole of your right foot is hooked against the inside of your left thigh. Right hand goes up and back, right arm goes up and back. Lean into it. Left palm faces forward and up. Arm is straight. Pretty pose. Push into the back hand, lift the hips, point the toes, curl back, and breathe here. And let the hips sink down. Square yourself so you're facing the front edge of your yoga mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, head to knee forward bend. Crown of your head reaches forward. That lengthens the upper back. And use inhale to lengthen, exhale to come all the way up. Now fold your left shin in front. Take your right leg behind, going right to the other side of pigeon. Take the right leg back, hips go low, walk the arms forward. Forehead can ground or forearms can ground. You can let yourself get kind of sinking and heavy in this pose as we begin to really cool down. Then walk the hands and arms back in towards you. Now it's the right leg that comes around, sole of the left foot inside of the right thigh. Rainbow left arm behind, leave some space to lean back. Right arm forward, elbow straight, hips high, point the right toes, curl back. Now slowly coming to a seat. Once again, squaring up. So belly button, chest, and chin facing forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, out and over. Head to knee forward bend. Crown of the head reaching away from the sitting bones. Then use inhale to lengthen, exhale to come all the way up. Bend both knees, soles of the feet on the ground. See that you have enough room to arms in front of you, roll down onto your back. And once you're lying supine, take your arms wide, walk your feet back. Tightly cross your right leg over your left leg. Bring the left foot off the floor so the knees pull in towards you. Drop the hips to the left, turn your head to the right. Keep letting your right shoulder get heavier and heavier into the ground. And bring your head to center. Bring the lower body back around. Uncross the right leg. Tight cross of your left over your right. Pick up your right foot, knees in. Drop the legs to the right. Turn the head this time to the left. Left shoulder blade heavy. Bring the head back to center and the lower body back around. Uncross the left leg. Bring your knees in towards you, right knee and right hand, left knee and left hand, and then begin to circle the legs like you're doing the breaststroke, coming back to where we began. Do a few times the opposite direction. Hugging the legs in, relaxing the whole spine into the ground, and then letting the legs go long, one at a time, palms up, feet turning open. Close the horizon line of your eyes and relax your whole body, heavy into the floor. Letting go of any tension. Let go of the control of your breath. Let your breath become gentle as you rest here in Shavasana. And begin to come back, deepening the breath. And turning the head gently right and left, back and forth a couple times. And rolling the head to center, stretch through your arms, reach through your legs, take up space. Bend one knee at a time and roll over onto your right side. From there, press into the ground, lift yourself all the way up to seated. Close your eyes, join your hands together, and we'll close with the sound of Om one time. Exhale everything and take breath in. Thank you so much for showing up. Namaste.